Yo. Welcome to the stream. How are you all doing today? I'm going to turn that down a bit. How are you all doing today? So, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Oh, is my volume okay? It sounds a bit quiet in the monitor. Okay, test. Is that working? Cool. It might just be my mic being weird. So today we're going to do something a bit different than usual. So I've been giving the stream a bit of a general upheaval visually the past week or so. You can see we've got this like spring themed overlay, and the avatar is a bit more active now. Look, you can see his eyes move sometimes now, which is a really cool thing to add. But I had to sacrifice a bit of quality to the image to get that done. Yo, FTP Bolts, welcome to the stream. We just started. Anyway, so I mean, my goal next is to make him a bit more reactive. I watched a stream of Advance Wars, the Advance Wars remake the other night, and I love the way the character profiles have this like swaying movement to them. So that's like the next thing I want to do. But that's not what we're going to do today. So today, I have this pre-stream. So I have this pre-stream screen that we use. I'll just do a bit here. And what I wanted to do is I want to add a bit more I want to add something a bit more fun to it. So what I did is I have drawn this photo of the frog in a spacesuit, and the plan is gonna just go over, add some lines, recolor a bit to it, and I just do some general cleanup and get a rough version ready to go up on After Effects, and that shouldn't take too long. I'm debating place the frog with the avatar, but which shouldn't take too much work. But as long as we've got like the main stuff done, should be okay. So it's gonna make a start. Probably gonna be a bit commentary light, but I've got a cool playlist to make up for that. And if we're done in good time, I'm kind of gonna start a new file on Breath of the Wild, so I can be a little bit refreshed for Tears of the Kingdom in a couple of weeks. So let's just get going. And also, thank you for the follow, F2P Bolts. Greatly appreciated. So what we need to do is we need to kind of make, first of all, I'm going to have to make the this layer invisible and delete a lot of the crap background stuff. Just so we can color around it. I don't usually do this, usually I just do the digital art first and then delete around, but we're going to have to make a couple of layers around this anyway, so might as well get this done now. I'm not sure if I'm going to have that line here, I might take that out. Okay, so we're going to have that as spacesuit line art. And we're going to duplicate this layer. I'm going to have that as frog line art. Our weekend's going okay, actually. Yeah, not too bad. How's yours doing? I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil 4. I've been trying to get it done for a because there's a podcast I listen to that's covering it tomorrow, and I'll be playing along. And I really want to get it done before then, but that's not going to happen. Oh yeah, of course, we should have got there. So I need to. Oh crap! I need to deselect. Actually, what we should do, I'm going to delete that layer, and we're going to do a bunch of this cleanup stuff before we create that next layer. Be very careful though. And we'll probably end up going over some of these black lines anyway, so try and be as careful as I can, but at the same time yeah, sorry, I forgot to have the music player sort of open, so it looked like the it kind of frozen on the stream. So it was the track that played before was Golden Hour from the Life is Strange soundtrack. In case anyone was interested. Yeah, but use quite a big brush here for this actually, so we should probably. wonder if maybe it might be best if we just make a start doing some digital line art here. We need the light speed, yeah, we need hardness, 100. Let's go for 4 pixels. Actually, you know what? We're going to leave that for now. I think we're going to do some sort of haven't gone in with a really big plan, to be honest. But I think we will just add some colour. So that's going to be. So the spacesuit's going to need to be kind of a bit of a whitish. Should be probably a bit of an off-white. Something like that will work. Probably just a big brush, to be honest. It can be a bit rougher actually, because doesn't really matter at the moment if we go over the lines. I'm gonna do that. Space frog. Line art 2, and then we can actually make a start on cleaning up some of these lines. Baby. Oops. Yes, how I usually do this is I usually create like a path. I create like a stroke path using the pen tool. actually, we should make that. It's doing this weird annoying curve at the end. I'm not sure if those lines are going to totally connect. Almost. Right, where did we get to? Actually, I'm gonna have the arms in a separate one. That really should be on the there behind. Maybe we should just rename this as helmet. Because realistically that's what it is. Oh, just chugging there. Turns out streaming whilst running Photoshop and After Effects simultaneously, not good, to Does not like it. Space suit. Why not? That's because I haven't not got a layer selected. That'll explain it. We can just do the same line. Doesn't really work, so we have to do this. Not massively. This wasn't my best work, this bit with a leg crossing over the other one. I don't think. Is this gonna work? Yep, I think it is. Then leg line up here. That doesn't look too bad. That was weird. So weird noise, maybe jump. One of the things I'm not the best at drawing is feet and shoes and stuff. There's a reason why the avatar cuts off. The avatar I have here cuts off at where it does. There is a full version of it where it has feet and the feet look really bad, so I try and not show that as much as I can. We can probably we do need to keep that because we need to do the frog. Frog itself. Right, so it'll be behind the helmet line art. A bit lower than it probably should be actually, that line here. Also, I'm going to fix this. It's a little bit more. A single, yeah, we can do a single one. It's always so much easier we can do that. Sometimes the pen tool doesn't really want to do that though. Nope. Forgot to put the hand in the path. Frog face line art. I think I might get rid of these. I don't know if I'm... not overly happy with it. It's very inspired by Over the Garden Walls sort of frog design. But if it looks okay. I kind of want to have this little like dip here because I kind of just feel like that has just a bit more personality. But it doesn't really want to do it, so. Yeah, so that's looking okay. So we have the basic art there. I'm going to put that as base suit base color, just in case we want to add some kind of shading or something later on. And then we're going to fill up the rest of it. think this might have to be on a separate. This color might have to be on a separate layer at some point. Yeah, we'll probably have to some like sort of shading, just add some depth at some point in the future, but. Frog base color. Then have this set out ready from another frog drawing that I did. I think cartoon frogs are very funny. Ah, it's because I've got the eraser open, that's fine. Should probably actually put that below that, because it is below the spacesuit itself, so that makes more sense. And we're going to have a spacesuit interior base color. Which pick that, and I'm just going to give something a little bit grayer and darker. That should probably go below there. I'm not happy with this dip actually, I kind of want to fix that. That was... kind of like it better without the lips, actually. I think we're going to get rid of that. Okay, so... we're going to do a bit of cleanup around the here, and then I'm thinking might shove this into After Effects as a test. If we create a new and there's an easy way of doing like a fill layer or something like that, but yeah, this way we can just kind of just get a good rough idea of how messy this fig really is, and like any spots that are missing. Although probably should make it maybe a bit of a navier colour in hindsight, because otherwise the lineup disappears. Oh, that looks really weird. This is the 4-side remix from Super Smash Bros. Melee. I don't think this is one of the few songs that didn't make it into any of the other games. I don't think it's an Ultimate, if I recall correctly. Don't know why. Actually, if we just do these basic. We can kind of magic wand the rest away. It's just these bits closer to the edge of the line. I might do the depth stuff now, actually. No, it's because I've got that selected. It doesn't like you to do anything outside of that selection box. Getting a fair few Earthbound tracks on the playlist at the moment, which is cool. Earthbound rules. Oops, wrong thing. Nope, that wasn't what I was doing to go into the eyedropper. think what we're going to do is just add some little shades to some of this. Little shades. Not literal shades, although that would be cool. That'd be a fun thing to do. We can use we want it to be a bit of a softer round. Then we'll fill that up. We need to be really careful about. It's always really tough sort of matching up when you have like a see, that already looks just like so much better than it did before. Just as you simply just add some shading to it. Kind of want to make this sort of so it looks kind of more I think kind of yeah, I think that looks okay. we're going to use this darker image here as a reference for that, I think. It should probably be maybe more rounded, like that. I want to do shades on the arm, but the problem is because the arm liner is on a separate layer to the rest of the suit. If I, in future, decide I kind of want to do like an animation thing with the arm, it means I'd have to redo the whole, recolor the whole arm space, recolor the arms basically. And then figure out how that's going to work out with the rest of the thing, because like that's, which shouldn't be a problem, but it's just. It's a bit of an overlap. Not sure about that. Maybe. I love the Sims piano music. The build mode themes in the first game are just it's really quite beautiful bits of piano music. We should probably, maybe. Yeah, I think doing the shading stuff is some of my favourite stuff when I have to do when I do these bits of digital art. I made it sort of my bit of a goal this year to sort of just do more drawing and messing around on Photoshop with like this stuff, because I really enjoy it. It's super calming. I'm not sure about that. Don't think it really works. Okay, so I think that's going to be good for sort of like the rough version that I want to test. I'm just going to turn off the display capture for a second whilst I actually I'm going to get After Effects open first. So this is the this is my pre-stream a composition that I use to create the pre-stream thing. Got a lot of stuff here. It's pretty short loop. It's good. I just made like a new thing, so it sort of does this cool like pew effect. Originally just faded in, but this looks better. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to add the frog to this. I'm just going to turn off the display capture a second, just whilst I open my files, just because I'm not 100% sure how comfortable I am sharing some of those on stream. I mean, they're all fine. It's nothing like illicit or anything. It's just it's more that my my pictures are a mess. It is just okay, so we've got the space frog here. We're going to put it in. Going to put it in here. So it's pretty beefy at the moment because it's a big file. So we need to obviously notice the opacity. That doesn't look too bad up against the whole thing. We could have to do more with it. Like, I think this needs some kind of depth or some kind of thing on the glass here, just to sort of, because it just looks very cut off at the moment, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Anyway, so he's just gonna be here. We need to sort of create sort of a basic animation. So he's gonna appear start from off screen. And then basically as the loop goes, so you've got this GameCube here that's like kind of floating around and spinning about. So we're going to do something similar to that. But actually I'm going to move so he comes in maybe a bit later. So maybe about here. Then maybe he's off screen by this point, so we want to just drag him across. This creates like the keyframes of animation, so there's that. And what we can also do, which I might do as well, is we can also change his scale, so find my mouse. So he's currently on 30% at the moment. We can just simply change him to... No, we want him on 0. We don't want him to get bigger. Although, that could be funny. We'll see how that looks first, and then we'll hopefully this will render and all work smoothly. Sometimes it... Look, there he goes! Flying across the screen. Yeah, and he's off. Yes, there's a bit of a colour difference you might be able to see, like, when he goes over. He's a bit lighter there, and then, because there's like a, I've got like an adjustment layer, it's kind of supposed to create like the sort of... It's supposed to kind of create like a bit of a window effect, but I'm not massively sure it does that well. It originally covered the whole thing, but I didn't really like it. So yeah, it's a bit... It feels very stiff. So what I kind of want to do is first off, we'll make it a bit slower, so it'll take a bit longer to get to the destination. So that really gives the impression of him a bit floating in space a little bit more when he's moving quite slowly. What I've done with the other ones is I make them spin a bit. I'm also going to change the sort of ease in of the frames. This doesn't really make that much of a difference. You change it to ease in from a regular. Make it. It's hard to explain. I'm not 100% because I'm mostly self-taught in this, and I couldn't really explain the main difference between sort of like an ease in frame of animation and an ease in, ease out frames of animation, and just a regular. I think the idea is it makes it a bit more smoother. I think it's still on YouTube. Barry Kramer, aka Barry is Streaming, does a really good video on editing like on video editing on Premiere Pro that I definitely recommend if you're interested in this sort of stuff. And I think he explains that because I didn't really do it until I watched that video, and I was like, oh, actually that's a really good method of putting stuff into basically animating and very, very basic stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I'm pretty much self-taught with After Effects, so it's tough for me to sort of explain stuff because pretty much everything I've done everything I do is pretty much basically based on I just sort of figure out how it works and just do it. I had a bit of training in Premiere Pro, but that's mostly but at this point I've done more stuff self-taught than actual classes and stuff, and I've done some in a previous life. I've worked on Premiere Pro and After Effects as job stuff, so like I'm not 100% an amateur, but I wouldn't say I'm like, I still wouldn't say I'm a professional. Anyway, so we've got him. So what I kind of think we should do is we should make him just rotate slowly. We'll delete the animation keyframe here. We'll put one in here. Help if I remember the right button. That's not uniform with others, so yeah, so you can see it's sort of starting to sort of sloop over. I really like the scale effect. I think that's quite fun. Just getting slowly smaller, just drifting into space. And he's having a chill time, so like, fair play to him. Yeah, I'm a bit of a stickler for sort of watching over it a few times. Just go, is it okay though? Is it good? I don't know if it was good. I wonder if maybe he goes off screen. He goes up off screen, so he goes like that direction. Oh crap, I changed the anchor point. No, that's not what I want to do. So easy to mistake changing the anchor point for the position. change the animation so it does this. Oh, hang on. Well, why is he up there now? How's that? Oh, it's because I got both of these selected. That's probably why. Should we move this down? Maybe if we move it down here. So then he comes up. Then he kind of needs a bit more of a if he sort of like starts off on this sort of thing here. So he's kind of like, it's a bit more vertical, then he goes more horizontal as he floats. He floats away. So long, Space Frog. Fairly knew ye. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. What we can do, well, I'm not going to do, but today because it might be a nightmare, is you can. So I don't know if you can do this on Photoshop, which is why we did all the shading as separate layers and as separate as within the drawing itself. But you can do in After Effects. You can kind of do shading in sort of like a dynamic animated shading way. So I'm wondering if it might be something we do for this at a later point. It's something to consider. But otherwise, I mean, for a basic, we've got a drawing, we've done the line art, shoved it in After Effects, we can work on it. I can work on it a bit more at some point. I think that's probably going to do it for that. So that's just a basic, fun, small art stream. This is kind of like my passion, sort of making stuff and messing around on After Effects and Photoshop and Premiere Pro. Which we haven't done today because we don't need to, but because everything, actually a lot of the stream stuff we can just do on After Effects. We don't need Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro is great for obviously editing, the mainline editing stuff, but I don't really use it for streams as much. For streaming and stuff like VODs, I can tend to just export directly from Twitch. Vocals are really quiet, right? But yeah, sometimes I have to stitch VODs together because it takes particularly. So the Trombone Champ was an example. That took like 3 hours to. Sorry, I'm just going to turn that a bit because that's still comes across as quite quiet. Yeah, so the Trombone Champ took about 3 hours to sort of. It took. Yeah, it was free. Sorry, I have completely lost my train of thought. So the Trombone Champ VOD didn't take that long to like put together in Premiere Pro. It was just simply stitching two stream clips together. But then it took like I think an hour to maybe process into one video, and then it took honestly like 3 days to upload to YouTube, which is insane. I think it's because it was like a 3 hour VOD, which is why I tend to just export from Twitch. And why I tend to not do as much. With the VODs, I really want to do stuff like adding just bits of text and stuff. Just sort of add little details that I can't do on stream. Just little comments like sort of, but yeah, we can't really do that on stream, and because it takes so long for the VODs to get to actually upload to YouTube, it always feels like is this really worth my time? Like having to have it processed for 3 days. Anyway, so enough ranting about and talking about Adobe products. Should we go play some video games? So I think I alluded to earlier that I wanted to do a refresh of Breath of the Wild. So I think we're gonna go ahead and get that set up. Probably gonna just go run through the Great Plateau section, just to refamiliarize with the controls and surround it, just as anticipation for Tears of the Kingdom, which I'm very, very excited for in a couple of weeks. This game is gonna roll so much. Okay, so we will be right back. It is a Megalovania remix, a lo-fi remix. Yes. This is the, hang on. Yeah, so that's from the Coffee Date and Game Chops series of video game remixes. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, should we play some Zelda? Yeah, so we're gonna have to do. We're doing sort of a bit of a refresh on Breath of the Wild. So I have to start a new save file and a new profile, so it's all gonna feel like. So I'm not actually. So it's gonna feel like a brand new game, which is gonna be exciting. I haven't played this game in many years as well, actually, which is so it's gonna almost feel new.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Wake up, Link.
You're in for a treat, vegetable dash table. It feels so different if I remember. Like the movement feeling. It's a lot less. Trying to think the right term. It's like it's not as snappy maybe as I remember it being. Examine the strange glowing thing.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
It's funny because the Sheikah slate I think is supposed to be based on like the Wii U, but by the time the game came out, obviously it came out on the Switch as well as the Wii U, so it's like it kind of looks a bit like a Switch as well. And so the second I saw it actually boot up, I was like, oh, it's a Switch. They knew what they were doing. They were hiding the Switch design from us the whole time. Another detail I really like about this game is that if you had to... Oh, there definitely is. I'm sure there's like hundreds of fan-made designs of phone cases. A really good detail I like about this game is if you aren't wearing any shoes and you open a chest. Oh, damn, he didn't do it. Sometimes. Really annoying. That's kind of annoying. Sometimes if you kick a chest, Link will like do like react in pain. Just a really neat detail. Anyway, let's put some clothes on because he's going to catch a cold. Pick up, great. Oh, like a regular old Donkey Kong.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
What Link didn't realise is he had Apple Pay on the Sheikah slate, so now he's just like spent a bunch of money doing that.
Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
God, that camera pan. And then going up the cliff and then showing the entire world, and we can visit all of this. It's still incredible. Yeah, this game is so colourful. It's such a contrast to so many open worlds. Or games they kind of aren't that colourful. Kind of a bit drab sometimes. This is like, because this is post-apocalyptic, but it's so saturated and bright. It's very Ghibli-esque. Anyway, now I have a stick, so Ganon better be worried. I beg your pardon. I do believe that is my baked apple. You can't just go about taking whatever you please. Oh, forgive me, I could not resist pulling your leg. Please help yourself. An apple on an open flame make for a succulent treat. It is a bit strange to see another soul in these parts. Who are you? Me. I'll spare you my life story. I'm just an old fool who has lived here, alone for quite some time now. What brings a bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this? Where are we? Answering a question with a question. That is fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. That temple there, long ago, it was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? What are you doing? I'm relaxing by the fireside, of course, although I'll need to cook myself another baked apple at some point. Very passive-aggressive of you. Simple foods, such as apples, are fine to eat raw, but roasting them on a fire makes them tasty and more nutritious. I shall be here for some time. Please let me know if I may be of service. Now we have an axe. Gonna do some grass cutting. Right, so remember targeting is L2. He's not getting back up. so that's a bokoblin. They are the very basic enemies. Their designs are really cool in the game. And we got a little choo-choo here. Although apparently we have a cutscene.
Link. Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Crouching increases your stealth, making it easier to sneak up on foes and animals. Oh, see that area? That looks nice and friendly, right? Just a big skull building. I'm sure they'll be very welcoming. So we've got a couple of goblins just enjoying a bit of spit roast on the fire there. But what we can do use the environment to destroy them. It's such a great this game is so full of stuff like that. When I first played this game, I have a distinct memory of just seeing that like skull house and just going, right, I'm just going to go over there, I'm just going to go lay waste to everyone, and then just getting completely bodied by them. Which of course we're not going to do right now. I'm not going over there to fight them and make the same mistake. Of course not. It's not a mistake if, we succeed this time. 5 arrows. I wanted the bow. Crap, I thought that was going to fall over. Oh well. I think it's just a skull looking... Yeah, it's just a skull looking cave. Although, there may be animals later on that might be pretty big. Anyway, definitely did not make the mistake I did the first time I played this game. Absolutely not. Oh man, we lost our bow. Oh, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Oh, of course, you throw items as well. Forgot about that. Of course, we now don't have a melee weapon, so probably do something about that at some point. Place the Sheikah slate on the pedestal. Sheikah tower activated. Please watch for falling rocks. What do you mean by falling rocks? Oh. What you've done, Link. I created that stage from Smash Bros. Yeah, they need to put a sign. I feel like Hyrule's health and safety department are lacking in that department. Regional map extracted.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link.
Yep.
Before it's too late.
Yeah, that's why Hyrule's kind of in a bit of a mess. Yeah, he's got that like kind of Captain America thing. Hoi! I love just random vocal bits in Zelda games. They're always quite enjoyable. My, it would seem as if we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others just like it have erupted all across the land, one after another. It's almost as though a long dormant power is awoken quite suddenly. If you don't mind me asking, did anything odd occur while you were atop the tower? I heard the voice. Well now, a voice you say. And do you happen to recognize this mysterious voice? No. I see. Well, that is unfortunate. I assume you caught sight of that atrocity shrouding the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain the evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength for the moment it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that moment is fast approaching. I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle? Yeah, why not? It'll be a laugh. I had a feeling you'd say that. Here, on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs with no way down. If you were to try and jump off, well, no death could be more certain, or more foolish.
Ooh.
Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be another story. Hand it over. Oh, certainly, why not? But there is no such thing as a free item in this world, you know. Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? Come, let me show you something. They're not climbable. They are climbable, but I think the idea is you can't, you don't have the stamina to be able to make it down. Like, you can't leave the Great Plateau yet until you complete, like, the tutorial section. I mean, I can give it a try, because I'm genuinely curious, because I don't think I ever tried before. I'm genuinely curious to see what happens if you do try and climb down. It began glowing at the exact moment these towers rose up from the ground. I would think such a place might house some sort of treasure, wouldn't you? Treasure for the paraglider. A fair exchange, I believe. Well, we're gonna try and jump off now. Let's go! Yeah, so that's what happens if you try and get off the Great Plateau. It is kind of technically an invisible wall. Oh crap, they did see us. Froggy shield. The goblin-made shield created by attaching a handhold any flat tree bark picked up off the ground. It's pretty shoddy, so don't expect it to last very long. No, I don't think it is. But I did throw away the axe. Yeah, that's... Oh, actually no, the club is better than the axe. I think the axe was only a 3. So, I don't know if this is the case for all the other shrines, but so every shrine in this game, all 120 of them, have, they all have their own unique name. And I don't know the naming logic, if this is the case with all of them, but the naming logic of this shrine particularly is that it's a play on Ananuma, who is the general producer and main guy behind the Zelda series. So it's a fun Easter egg and reference. But the first shrine you do references the game, one of the game developers. I don't know if the others are similar, where it's like other members of the staff from the game. I don't think it's the case, but to you who sets foot in the shrine, I am Omanao, in the name of the goddess Hylia. I offer you this trial. Sleek Shade authenticated. Distilling rune. Magnesis. Manipulate metallic objects using magnetism. Right, so as the name suggests, Magnesis can manipulate magnetic objects. No, we don't need that, so just throw it out. Throw it over there. Just destroy all the plot. Let me through. Oh damn, I was hoping to land on his head. Ancient Spring. I'm still trying to sort of get my head back around the controls again after so long. Oop. You are proven to possess the resolve of a true hero. I am Omanao, the creator of this trial. I am a humble monk, blessed with the sight of goddess Hylia and dedicated to helping those who seek to defeat Ganon. You arrive when my duty is now fulfilled. Is that a corpse? Yes, kinda. In the name of the goddess Hylia, allow me to bestow this gift upon you. Please accept the spiritual. their smile upon you. In the water, you can swim faster by using X. Be careful not to overuse this, lest your stamina run low and you drown.
Oh!
See, he's just showing off that paraglider now. Like, he knows we want it. Seems you managed to get your hands on a spirit orb. Well done. I just Link was just that kind of person, just like, yep, paraglider please. Clairvoyance. Oh, or perhaps just something similar. As one gets older, it can become more difficult to see what's right for one's own eyes. However, that which was once hidden from view can often be crystal clear. But perhaps that's not true of everyone. Ho ho. The appearance of those towers and the awakening of the shrine. It's all connected to that Sheikah slate you carry on your hip there. What do you mean? It has been quite some time since I've seen that Sheikah slate. Sheikah slate. Jeez, that is really hard to say quickly. Long ago, a highly advanced tribe known as the Sheikah inhabited these lands. The great power of their wisdom saved this kingdom time and time again. But their ancient technology had disappeared long ago, or so it is said. It is interesting, however, to think how something like that has survived all this time, hidden away in a shrine. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places all across the land. On this plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. Bring me the treasure from each of the shrines, and I will give you my paraglider. So I need more now? I said treasure. I never said there will only be 1 treasure. Whether it is 1 treasure or 4, what's the difference for a young go-getter like yourself? Said something generous. I will also teach you a trick for finding shrines. It's always best to survey the area by looking around from a high point. Let's see here. How about you make your way to the top of that tower again? You joking? Oh, I'm afraid not. But do not worry. I have another little trick to share with you for your efforts. Take a look at the map on your Sheikah slate.
Oh.
See those blue icons? You should recognize the cave where you woke, the shrine you came from, and the tower. You can travel instantly to any of those places with the Sheikah slate. Or so I heard quite some time ago. I don't know if it actually works as such. No. Old man does have a name, but I don't want to say any more because I don't want to spoil it. Wait, how did you get it so quickly? I'm surprised it took you so long to catch up with an old man like me. Did you fly here? Oh, so you think an old man like me needs to fly to stay ahead of you? I still have a few tricks left in me. Now then, I want you to join me up here so you could use this as a vantage point to search for shrines. Do you know about the scope on your Sheikah slate? Look through it, and you can stick a pin anywhere you'd like to mark on the map. The pins on your map serve as reference points for your travels. Just stick a pin anywhere you're interested in. I got it. Go ahead and take a look if you feel so inclined to do so. Did I immediately forget the button? Maybe. Oh crap, we've got, that's what I was wondering. When we were aiming the bow, I was noticing, oh, there's a bit of a, weird, sort of movement on there. I thought it was just like an old bow and that was just sort of like a thing that happens, but no, it's because we've got gyro controls on. got there on by default. You get there? I think that's like outside the plateau. Having trouble finding the shrines? No, I think we're good. I think we can probably just go off and go after them at this point. Nope. Wait, what happened? There you are. It's like random baked apple. Oh yeah, it tastes and then baked apple is way superior. I think... don't know if it recovers as much health in the game. I love the other details. You've got the guardians here, like storming the have been frozen in time, storming the temple of time. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, so originally this is this Temple of Time is like a really important location in many Zelda games. So like the first time I think a lot of people played this game and saw it like in ruins, it was kind of like, oh, this is going to be a really different experience. head out up to that shrine there possibly if we can. But no, might have to come back to that once we get something former. Or spice pepper. This pepper is exploding with spice. Cook with it to create dishes that will raise your body temperature to help you withstand the cold. Yeah, I'm still refamiliarizing myself with change between bows and weapons. I know it's like there's obviously there's ways to do it, but I'm just really struggling with that at the moment. Need to heal up. Also, with these, you'll be able to survive in the cold a bit more, which is a really great mechanic. I don't think it's going to work out here. Wood. You put under the wood, you can use this to make campfire if you light it. Gorgrave. Yeah, we're gonna have to go. Come back to this later. Cool. It does have auto saves. It also has a very fun mechanic that we're about to show off here. Oh, maybe not. I've forgotten how to cook in the game. So that's cool. Okay, maybe we head over to the Eastern Abbey. What's that weird buzzing sound? Yeah, it's probably the bug. So I'm gonna mess around with some of the turn the aiming version controls off, and I'm gonna change the HUD to Pro because I kind of prefer that version. Although, do kind of want the map for now. Yeah, usually I prefer to have the Pro version because I kind of don't. Because I find it gets a bit cluttered in some spaces, especially as the game goes on. But now I kind of feel like I need to rely on the map a bit more, so... Take that, skeleton. That's not it, get behind it. Well, that went well. Yeah, I think the autosaves are kind of fairly lenient. It's quite good. We go towards the shrine a bit more sneaky-like. It might not spot us. I think a couple of these might wake up. Yep, like this jerk here. Quick, move faster. Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing this a lot. We're only doing the first section of the game. the heck? I'm gonna get behind this wall. Think about how hope we can get across before. Nailed it. First time. To you who sets foot in the shrine, I am Jarbaj. In the name of Goddess Ilia, I offer this trial. On trial, trust test of explosives. Seems like a bad idea. Trying to throw it. Ah. So the main difference between the square and the circle bombs is they're both remote. I know. Pro gamer skills there. So the main difference between the circle and square bombs is the circle bombs can roll, whereas the square bombs tend to just stay in place after you throw them. Traveller's Claymore, basic two-handed sword often wielded by aspiring adventurers. Its immense weight can knock enemy shields right out of their hands. We drop this. Go. Amber. I mean, technically, there are more shrines than 120. I can't remember the exact number because there's the because there's a bunch of DLC ones as well. So it may actually be 127 for all I know. Right. But I don't know. I think Nintendo just like 120 amounts of stuff because like every Mario game is like 120 stars or 120 sprites or whatever. I guess Odyssey is the exception to that, but because that's like 1,000, which is so I don't know what that. Yeah, I don't know why 120 is kind of like the magic number. We can skip it. They all say the same thing, I think. Weird. Yeah, since I last played through this game, I played the Skyward Sword HD remaster, and so like every time so I'm kind of still have the controls of that a little bit in my head of how Zelda's supposed to control. So every time I have the use the bombs, it's still like the game I have to detonate it myself. I just go, yep, and then go like, it's gonna explode, it's gonna explode. Oh wait, no, I have to do that. Where is the next place to go? Probably Mount Hillier. Can probably do a path through the forest. Oh, jeez. Ooh, that's bad. That must be, yeah, that must be like on your Wi-Fi, because... Or it might be something called... I don't know, that's... Nope. Can I go in very stealthily? Ah, never mind. Cool, doing it. Hope it works out. It always sucks when that happens. In the meantime, nope. Let's go check out this so quaint shed. Time on the stream. Green mushroom that grows in the trees in the forest. Shock for venetic change. Great stamina restoration properties. The Old Man's Diary. Read. On this desolate plateau, the only pleasure that brings me comfort is cooking. And today, I outdid myself. Truly, I created the perfect dish. I call it spicy meat and seafood fry. This recipe not only restores health, but also keeps me warm, even when travelling in the snowy mountains. With this dish at my side, I no longer have need for my itchy, warm doublet. Go on. I do not know how I allowed this to happen, but it seems I got to write down a very important recipe. I know it contained raw meat and spicy pepper, however. I simply cannot remember what else is used. My age is catching up to me. Sadly, on this lonely plateau, I have only my own knowledge and memory to rely on. Still, if I did find someone who knew the missing ingredient, I would happily reward them with my warm doublet. However, it seems unlikely that such a miraculous wish will ever be fulfilled. I'm not going to read that again. Well, I'm going to guess because it's a meat and seafood. I think it's going to need fish. Yeah, I don't want to take the vegetable. Okay, no worries. Cool. I'm glad. Yeah, glad that's all working out. Oh, fancy that. So we meet again. What are you doing? I thought this tree here might make for some good firewood. However, getting a tree to fall exactly where you want it is quite an art. The trick is to turn your hips so that they face where you want the tree to land. So, I see you found my axe. Want to help me out and give it a few swings? I'm working up quite a sweat here, but these bones could use a break. So we're talking about tree cutting. And we have a big gap over this. We have a big chasm here. No way to cross it. Tree cutting. Gap. Nope, it's hopeless. We can never go through. Guess game's over. Well, that worked. Gotta use your hips, Link. Ooh, big chest. Fire arrows. Don't know if we can climb all the way up. We can probably make. Oh, yeah, we'll be able to like. Slow progress. Mushroom. Mushroom can grow almost anywhere but first ceilings and sheer cliffs. Cook it before eating it, aim to temporarily increase your movement speed. That could come in handy. I don't know how it affects climbing. Yeah, this is the right way to go. So let's restore up the stamina. Yeah, it's just that'd be a weird job. I wonder how much time it takes to do that. And that seems like a weird thing to say, but like Because you can kind of do like loads of different grunts for different situations and stuff. It's not like you just reuse the same grunt over and over again. To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Oadaim. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. Status trial. Stop the flow of time for an object. Stops an object in time while storing its kinetic energy. The stored energy will act upon the object when the flow of time resumes. Making good use of the stored energy can move even the largest of objects. Wait for it. Oh crap, can't do it yet. This is a cool working mechanic. And it's going to get expanded even more in Tears of the Kingdom, because that's going to be a big hammer here. Because in that you're going to also be able to reverse time on objects, which is going to add a whole other level of depth. This is also a cool thing you can do with it. So long, Boulder. Traveler Shield. A silly shield made by many adventurer. It is made by animal hide and sturdy wood, and is best suited for defending against the weak monster animals. Yeah, I could probably do that. Hey! Oh, I think this was supposed to be the tutorial using the kinetic energy. Yeah, just give me the orb. Yes. I think it's supposed to be a different corpse man in each one. Like, it's they're who the shrines are named after. Like, Well, they're all part of the we're just one big happy family. Hidden cloning experiment gone terribly wrong. Terribly right, maybe, because it looks like they probably lived to quite an old age. Anyway, right, so we've got to go over to the River of the Dead. Which sounds like a fun place to hang out. But also we have to deal with the cold. So I'm gonna fast travel. Back to the Shrine of Resurrection. We're gonna go to the forest, and I'm sure because I want to catch a fish so we can do get the jubilee. Ah, that explains it. I want to check something quickly. Ah, damn. Okay. Let's see if we're playing on my actual. I had to create a new profile to start this new game because this game doesn't have save slots. I mean, it kind of does, but it's all tied to one save game. So I would have to have overwritten my other save. Which I didn't really want to do to play this, which has all the DLC on, but because all the DLC stuff is linked to that profile, means this profile doesn't have it, which is isn't going to affect us now, but like there's a cool extra outfit that we can just find like right at the start of the game that I was hoping we would be able to just show on because it's just extra protection. It looks like it's not going to be that. Maybe it will be. Ah, nice try. Oh, leave me alone, Sans. I think this river isn't particularly going to be filled with fresh fish. But I don't even know if it's... I guess it's a river. So it might have been like a bog. Right, so you can see we've got these chests. You can see there are some chests under the water here. You might think, well, how do we get those? Because, have to drain the water, right? Nope. Oh, this night is taking forever. Oh no, it's not made of metal. We can't go those chests. Only were that simple. Let's get an actual weapon, probably a good idea. Blue Nightshade. Plant that grows in quiet areas of Hyrule. At night it gives off a soft glow. Cook it to increase your stealth. No meat. Alright, fish in here. Ah, I mean, I love this game. It's pretty much just you sort of wander around, explore again. You just amble into enemy camps. Alright, so we're sort of taking a long way around here. This healthy herb grows abundantly in the plains of Hyrule. Cook it before eating to increase the number of hearts it restores. Might be able to climb that. So we've got to get over the river and up to the shrine there. What's that blue? Okay, that blue one isn't relevant to us. It's not easy, but Link has Spider-Man powers, so it's all good. Lucky with some crits there. Oh yeah, I mean, Link is part mountain goat as well, which I think helps. Oh, he's throwing rocks at me. I'll take that. And here, over here. Axe time. No, so there are different colour ones depending depending on basically difficulty, so blue ones have more health than the red ones do. As you get further in the game, they kind of start to phase out the red ones, so eventually all red ones become blue ones. And then etc, etc. I can't remember what the highest level one is. But no, there's multiple. A good indicator of difficulty. Yeah, it's a really good a good game mechanic. Right, so I really wanted to get the warm degree before tackling the ice things, but it might be a case of cooking up a pepper dish, surviving that way. If I can remember how to do it. And add some mushrooms. I love this. Spicy pepper steak. Grants low level cold resistance. This meat has cooked and crushed peppers to extend its natural taste. So now we have cold resistance for 6 minutes. We need that. Then I'm going to wait till the house quite low for doing that. That should work. No. I've noticed that the X shows where you've died. I suppose just have this on that box. So I think it depends on. I can switch this over. The game of extreme, I think, depends on sort of the method of you dying. So like if you die in an explosion it's red. I think if you freeze it is also some sort of variant of freezing, it's blue. I think electricity's yellow. I think it's that sort of thing. It's a neat touch. Right, we're gonna have to. So when we were briefly in this area before, there was another way across. Let's see if I can find that. Hopefully it won't take our entire core resistance time. I only cooked one because I was like, oh, well, We'll get there in 5 minutes, that'll be fine. Could do. I've got that. That should give us a little bit. We can also light the fire, so hopefully that's the bit. And I guess when we come back here, we've got spots where we won't get freeze to death. Okay, that's killing us. Yeah. Can't go any longer. Hoping it will take us back to gonna fast travel here. Because at least then we're on the other side of the, we're probably on the other side of the river at least. I think. Just freeze by some goblins. I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna make it there before we're going in the right direction. I wasn't even looking at that. Just like, oh, it's up here. No, it isn't. What am I doing? Just wanted to climb up that hill so badly. Now I'm just wasting a bunch of time. Still might do it. There is a technique. So there's a shield surfing technique, and I can never remember how to. Can't remember exactly how to pull it off. But that would get us down the hill a lot quicker. Oh no, they're throwing snowballs at us. Guys, I don't have time to fight. I've got to be somewhere in like 30 seconds. Can you limit strike? Those who sit in the shrine, I am Kainamat, in the goddess of Phyllis-Hylia, I offer this trial. Create a pillar of ice from the water surface. Build ice pillars that are very stable. These pillars can be used as stepping stones or as obstacles. Use Cryos on an ice pillar to break it. Yeah, this is a cool power up. I don't think it gets used as much as some of the other ones. That was dumb. Kind of a bit like one of the ice rods in now or something like that from some of the 2D games. Also use it. This is a really cool use of it, I think. Oops. I think. There's a way you can... Damn, he just turned to Elsa. There's a way you can kind of like just break those. I can't do it. Oh yeah, just circulating them. Sometimes forget this game doesn't have auto jump. It's one of the big changes from pretty much this and every other Zelda game. That's very simple. Yeah, just give me the orb. I think that's the last one. I think we've got all the abilities now. So in Zelda lore, Hylia is the sort of like, well, she's like the big goddess of creation and whatever. It's weird because they've kind of retconned it a little bit. So she's the most important one. And the idea is Zelda is kind of a descendant of Hylia. With this, you have now acquired all the spirit orbs of the shrines on this plateau. That means it is finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything. But first, can I get you a paraglider, please? Imagine an X on your map with the 4 shrines as endpoints. Find the spot where the lines intersect. Right. I shall await you there. Do you understand? There are 2 lines connecting, the shrines will cross. There, I will be waiting. Oh, graphing, it's very cold. Oh, funnily enough, it is the Temple of Time. That's where they all cross. Oh, now I find the fish. Wait, what? Oh right, this one takes stamina, doesn't it? Yeah, god, yeah, there's loads of, so many fishing games and minigames, in games. Like, Oh, somebody did a thing there. Yeah, right, next time I'm taking the other way. So that's the statue of the goddess Hivia. You have conquered the shrines and claimed their spirit orbs. I can offer you great power. Seems you have claimed 4 spirit orbs. I can exchange in exchange for 4 spirit orbs. I will amplify your being. Tell me what it is that you desire. How can you understand that? So, when you get 4 spirit orbs, you have a choice of either more health or more stamina. I'm gonna go for more health, just because I think that's probably useful. The problem is, and this is kind of why, and it kind of actually brings it back to the comment about the 120 shrines being an odd number, is that you can't fully, so there's like, when you fully completed your heart container, there's like 20 hearts and like 3 stamina rings, but you can't have both fully, all 20 hearts and full stamina rings. You have to choose. You'll either have one or the other. Here I am. Get up here quickly. Which is a yeah, it's weird. And when they like did a bunch of DLC shrines, I think we all thought that'll balance out, and it doesn't. I mean, by the time you get all 120 shrines, you have all that. It's definitely more than enough. But it is that sort of completionist sort of, oh, you kind of just want those extra final bits. Shooting star. Damn. Okay, it's not going up that way. Oh. Well, that's easier. What a thrill. Oof. Ah. Old man magic. That's how.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramos Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule. A kingdom which no longer exists.
No, it's right there.
The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
I thought you were going to say, ready to go fight Ganon. I was like, no, don't think we're ready for that.
To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Oh
Link,
yeah, she did.
you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you.
Whoa, plot twist.
You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn.
No, they're
And
not.
then you
Every
were
Zelda
taken
is
to the
kind of
Shrine
self-contained,
Resurrection.
mostly
Here
self-contained.
you now
You get
stand,
references
revitalized 100 years later.
to others.
The words of guidance you have been hearing since your
and there
awakening
is
are from Princess
kind of a
Zelda
timeline,
herself.
but it's not heavily
Even
influenced.
now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. but I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Go on. Here is the paraglider, just as I promised. Press X when you're ready to use it. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. I've told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. I have to go now. The spirit realm needs me. Right, so let's go! Just like Fortnite. Yeah, so you can do that anywhere as long as you have like the stamina, and it's one of the best items in the game. Oh crap. And now we can start the actual game. So I think that thing about why people love this game so much is that literally we have all the items we need. We can kind of go anywhere and do anything. I know it's only, this game's like, what, 5-6 years old. That's not really like a big statement because everyone kind of knows that at this point, but it's like, it's still kind of a really overwhelming. Oh man, what do we do first? Yes, you can. We can literally just walk back there if we need to. Yeah, that was just the tutorial. Yeah, that's just to get us used to all the mechanics and some of the ideas, and now we're just thrown into it. We can kind of. It's pretty like it's about. Yeah, it's pretty like it's about 60 hours to sort of do the majority of stuff, I would say. I mean, longer with DLC, and if you do all the side quests, it's a very long time. I'm probably not going to do the rest of the game on stream, because it is that long. Hours already, but yeah, I think 30 hours is a good length for like a for most games. I think that's quite a it's substantial length of time, but it's quite cram a lot in there. But I play other JRPGs, and some of those I've put in 100 hours to Persona 5. That is in about 6 months. Maybe about 6 months, and that was a great time, actually. I really enjoyed that. Wait, oh, we're on the rock. I thought we were floating. I mean, I think the fortunate thing about this game particularly is that a lot of people are, well, a lot of people are playing this at the moment because the sequel's out 2 weeks. So a lot of people are sort of in a similar situation to me where they're going, oh, I kind of want to play that game again. So I mean, you can watch loads of people streaming, probably streaming us. You can probably catch on to see various parts of it. And then of course there are loads of speedruns as well, so you've got quite a lot of options if you want to like see more of it. There are. That's a good question. I don't know. I want to say like maybe 15. Each Nintendo console kind of has a mainline one, at least one mainline one. And it's been going for a really long time, so there's quite a few. They all feel this is very different to most of them though. A lot of them are quite linear and right, I think we should probably maybe get to either Kakariko or there's another village that I think we have to go through to get to Kakariko. So I'm thinking we might stop off there and then call it. Yeah, of course we only need to unlock the map sections. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, this game is definitely longer than most of those. I think those tend to be around the 30-hour mark.
Hi.
Ah, customer. Are you travelling alone? Sin gets 4 marks of beauty, so I highly recommend taking a rest here. The river here makes for some lovely scenery. And if you head out northwest from here, you'll find the Melinio Sandbar. The scenery there is every bit as lovely as the scenery here. I'm something of a connoisseur of beauty, you see. I simply cannot resist a beautiful sight. I try to exude this in all places, not least in my own beautiful appearance. Speaking of, has anyone ever told you? You have the most beautiful features. Ah, shucks. Ah, I do have many fond memories of this beautiful land. Do you have the time? Would you indulge me? Yeah, why not? Oh, you would? Even more beautiful on the inside. Now, let's see. If you head north through Hyrule Field, you'll see the castle surrounded by that foul aura. There's long been a den of monsters, and in its glory days it was surely a thing of beauty. It was in that very castle in those very days that my ancestor, my grandfather's grandfather, I believe. Anyway, he works as the castle's appointed chef. I couldn't believe it myself. Oh, how I wonder what sorts of cuisine members of the royal family brought to Croydon in those good old days. As a child, I would often suffer meagre meals, all the while dreaming of beautiful dishes as it might have graced my plate. Oh, if only things had been different. Gourmet spiced meats, seafood curry, mushroom risotto, egg pudding. Oh my, I think I'm salivating. And it's my pursuit of those childhood dreams that explains the fabulous body you see here. These days, I enjoy my time working at these stables, sharing my tales of beauty with any traveller willing to listen. But I still wonder what could have been. Anyway, excuse me, I seem to have caught myself prattling on. Looking upon your perfectly symmetrical face and discussing meals of beauty has rekindled my desire. I must paint you! If you should happen to set foot inside Hyrule Castle, could you find it in you to keep an eye out for a cookbook? There must be one lying around somewhere in there. I'm simply dying to find examples of the food of the Royal Court. It is kind of baffling that, hang on, I'm getting the map open. So it is very easy, very possible, this is one of the first places you visit after the plateau. So that guy is probably one of the first people you speak to outside of the King of Hyrule. And he gives you what is possibly your first quest, right? And that is not something you can potentially accomplish until 60 hours into the game. That is wild that they give you that as side quest now. Anyway, yeah, you might be waiting a while, is my point. Anyway, oh, I can't get it all. Yeah, you know, just go into the castle, go get a cookbook, get out, don't die. Although I guarantee you there's probably like hundreds of people who played this game who immediately went to like, challenge accepted, and just weren't actually attempted it. Probably a couple who succeeded. Who sets foot in the shrine? I am Wagukata. The name of this Hylia over this trial. I think we can do this trial maybe and then call it, and then maybe we'll come back next week for some more. So we can move these blocks for magnesis. Yep. I don't even need to move them, I can just climb them. That was dumb. Nope. So this music that plays in the shrines, is actually, and I didn't realize this until like a good few hours in, and I've done a bunch of shrines. It's actually a remix of the main dungeon theme from Zelda: Link to the Past and the SNES. So it's like, you don't need to have played every Zelda game to enjoy this game at all, but there's little touches, there's always little touches that are just real nice reference points. I'm gonna put this down here. It is pretty convenient. Actually, make quite good use of like items that aren't magnetic as well. Like, so it's not like you can just magnetize everything, use magnets for everything. Let's see if I can. Actually, wonder here. Sort of know what I'm doing. Kind of like that to create a slope. We may have to move these. Well, that might be too far. Oh. See, I was using the shadows down here as a bit of a reference point. I have a feeling the second we walk onto that, it's just going to fall off. yeah, so that's the great thing about, that's why the shrines in this game are so great, is because there are most of them have so many multiple approaches you can do things with, so you can accomplish them in like at least 2 or 3 different ways. Oh, yes, no, we have the DLC stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah, because that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 thing is a DLC quest. References, well, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Southern sky from the middle of the largest bridge. Eastern sky from the skull's left eye. Southeastern sky from the peak of the tail. Speed of a snowy mountain. Look from the night sky for these locations and find the bridge you can stars. Anyway, so I think we're going to call it there for the day. I think I might play some more of this next week at some point. Because, I mean, turns out this game is still pretty good. And I kind of still love it. And I kind of just want to keep playing it. So we're going to keep on with that. It's going to be weird because I'm probably going to end up playing this and Tears of the Kingdom sort of at the same time. So that's going to be not a good time, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me for this morning for this game, and we'll see you next time. As always, au revoir, baby. See you next time. Bye.